In this video, we're talking about hair care, Steve style. First off, I'm not bald. I shave my head. There's a difference. I also shave my head every night in the shower, just to make cleanup easy. So let's jump in the shower and I'll walk you through how I do it. So first off, we start with warm, not super hot water. I'm here letting the water get warm. I think I'm probably turning on the vent to the shower. I have one of those multi-vent things that's got heat and light and that kind of stuff in it. So you want to get the water to a warm temperature, not super hot, obviously not super cold. Best thing I put in my house was one of those water circulator pumps on the hot water side of things. It keeps everything warm all the time. I don't have to wait a long time for hot water to show up. So I also use a red Solo cup here to rinse my razor off in between, when it gets a little bit too much soap build up on it, so I fill that up. My shaving gel of choice is this one by Edge. Love that stuff. It doesn't have any funky smells to it or anything like that. So I also use one of those little on-the-wall mirror things. Just shoot a bunch in your hand and lather up your head, work it in, massage it into your scalp, so to speak. Next up, my razor of choice. I'm rinsing the soap off my hands. My razor of choice is this one by Gillette. You can order that on my Amazon store. You can order that gel on my Amazon store. Help me out a little bit. I can make more of these videos if you guys help me pay for some of my expenses. I waste no time shaving my head. I've watched a bunch of different videos and things where people they clean it off after every stroke. I'm pretty much 12 strokes front to back. That's the way my hair grows. That's the way I get the best shave. I rinse it out once I get to the top on the one side and I go on the other side. And then you'll see in a second, I switch around and go backwards from back to front because my hair grows kind of like forward this way and then the back, it grows like down the back of my neck. So rinse the razor off in my red Solo cup and you can see just, carefully around your ear because a lot of times if I miss hairs, I can feel them. If I miss a couple of days, I can actually grab hold of them. So just careful around the ears. And I have this weird dent in the back of my head, so I got to be careful on that. I've nicked it a couple of times. It looks like a murder scene when I do it in my shower, because if you've ever nicked your head or anything like that with a razor, you can bleed a lot. So yeah, just be careful doing that. I mean, the first time you shave your head, the first time I shaved my head, I did go really, really slow. But after you've done it, as many times as I've been shaving my head for 4 or 5 years now, every day, I've got it down. And then a lot of time people think that if you miss a patch, if I miss a spot, you can kind of feel. My head is kind of like Velcro. It'll get really, really like Velcro. Everything sticks to it. You try and put your shirt on or take it off, and you get all tangled up in it. But yeah, just feel with your hand, and you can feel where there's places that you've missed. So I always turn the water off when I'm shaving too. I don't leave it run. Rinse out my cup, rinse off the razor, and then obviously I'm gonna rinse the rest of the soap off my head. I don't wash my head or face or anything before I shave. I know a lot of people do they'll wash with a shampoo or whatever or a soap. I don't do that. To me, I think the oil and stuff on my skin actually helps the razor glide over it good too. So that's just the way I do it. I dry my head off a little bit, and then I have I don't use any aftershave products or things like that are commercially produced that have scents or anything in them. I use, you'll see here in a second, witch hazel. That is my astringent of choice. It does a really good job. For me, it's that Dixon product. I think that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, again, that one's in my Amazon store too. But yeah, I just put a small little bit of that in my hands, and it's real liquid. It's the same consistency as water basically, but it's a natural product. It has a tiny scent to it, but it doesn't stick around long at all. Like I said, I don't like scented products. And then last but not least, certainly not least, coconut oil, just organic, the stuff that you use in cooking. It doesn't have anything else other than just plain coconut oil in it. Just like a dime sized ball of that, and you can see you just massage it into your head. I use it as just a lotion on my whole body. And then what I do after I rub it into my head, or I towel it off. And I use the same towel for a couple of days, so the towel actually gets some buildup on it, so that way, if you're trying to get it on your back or something like that, it works well for that. It's, just the residuals that's on the towel. But that, in a nutshell, is how I shave my head. If you have any questions, feel free, message me or post them in the comments.